Do you have this problem where you look at your screenplay and find that there's just too much text on the page? How's it? This is Chop, and we are looking at editorial and cutting your screenplay down. When you're faced with a completed first draft and all you see is blocks of thick text, you can't see the wood for the trees. Some might know this old 16th century phrase as, "You can't see the forest for the trees." This kind of page needs severe editing. Let's look at an example. Imagine it this way. You are faced with a tree surrounded by peripheral foliage. You need to cut this back to get to the core of the artwork and keep chopping and clearing to get to the bare minimum to tell your story. It is like carving, just like this totem pole. Any more outer shell, and the story of this American Indian tribe would not be clear. The full picture of the tree with bushes is like a novel. Plenty of space for growing the story. The clean totem pole is the screenplay version of that same story. When you're faced with many words, the task is simply to strip out superfluous text, but retain the meaning, as long as it is relevant to the story and moves it forward. It can be as simple as swapping word order, breaking sentences up, or utilizing the short, sharp, snappy lines acceptable in the screenwriting world. Take these examples. Bob and his dog head into the woods where the darkness looms. Bob's feet make noise in the undergrowth and creatures rustle as they escape his approach. Bob follows his dog into the dark forest. Twigs snap underfoot and creatures scurry in response. Sally rounds the corner on the alien ship and looks behind her. She is sweating buckets and shivers with fear as she hears stomping behind her in the dark corridor. Sally steps cautiously, rounds the corner. Sweat streams. She shivers. Stomping. Sally peers at the dark corridor behind. You can see that the editing isn't always about word economy, but also delivery, as shown in the second example. So if you do pass your screenplay onto an editorial service, you may get the feedback that it needs chopping down a fair amount before any further analysis can be done effectively. Often, only after the culling has been done can the story be seen and reassessed, and the wood be seen from the trees, by removing those extra details.